They just banned something that almost every traveler carries, and no one saw it coming. If you've got a flight booked anytime soon, you might already be breaking a rule you didn't even know existed. Because in 2025, TSA quietly changed the game. And now, even your perfectly normal travel gear could get you stopped at the checkpoint. So picture this. You finally made it to the airport. You're half awake, clutching your coffee like it's your only source of oxygen, trying to look alive enough to not draw attention. You toss your bag on the belt, walk through the scanner, and then beep. That sound every traveler dreads. A blue-gloved hand waves you over, and you're thinking, what did I even do? You didn't pack anything suspicious, right? Just the usual stuff: charger, deodorant, headphones, maybe that snack you forgot to eat last night. Except this time, TSA's screen flashes red for something you never imagined could cause trouble. This is the new reality of airport travel in 2025. TSA has updated its banned and restricted items list. And while most people were busy planning trips, the rules changed underneath them. Power banks, smart luggage, certain aerosols, even a few toiletry items, gone. The list reads like someone threw darts at a random catalog. But here's the thing. There's a logic behind it. A strange, overly cautious, government-style logic. But logic nonetheless. Let's start with the big one, batteries. If you travel often, you've definitely heard the warning about lithium batteries. Don't pack them in checked bags. Make sure they're under 100 watt-hours. It used to sound like technical jargon. Now it's serious business. In 2025, TSA partnered with FAA and a handful of airlines to crack down on any unregistered, unlabeled power source. That means your old portable charger, the one with no visible specs on the back, could get flagged. Doesn't matter if it's from a gas station or Amazon. If the agent can't confirm its watt hours, it's not flying with you. And yes, that includes those trendy smart suitcases with built-in chargers. Remember when they were the next big thing? They looked cool. Plug your phone right into your luggage handle, roll into the terminal like a tech god. Yeah, TSA hates those now. Unless the battery pack is removable, that suitcase isn't getting on the plane, because apparently one melted bag in a cargo hold is one too many. But that's not even the weird part. The weird part is how deep the rabbit hole goes. People have had items confiscated this year that used to be totally fine. A guy in Phoenix had his e-cigarette battery pulled apart because it resembled an ignition component. A woman in Denver lost her hair straightening brush because it had a lithium core with no shutoff switch. Another traveler in Atlanta got delayed because his electric toothbrush set off the AI scanner's heat signature alert. I wish that last one was a joke. It's not. See, TSA's new scanners are smarter than ever. In 2025, most major U.S. airports installed AI-assisted 3D imaging that doesn't just see shapes, it sees materials. It can detect density, composition, and heat retention. That's great for catching dangerous stuff, but it also means it sometimes thinks your perfectly innocent gadget is a miniature bomb. If your device looks unfamiliar, or it's packed too tightly with other electronics, the system flags it. You get pulled aside, your bag gets opened, and there goes your 5-minute security dream. And just when you thought batteries were the only headache, let's talk about liquids, the never-ending saga. You'd think, after decades of the 3.4-ounce rule, things would have simplified. But in 2025, TSA decided to get specific. Now, it's not just about size, it's about content. Certain types of aerosol sprays, even ones under the limit, are now banned due to pressurization risk. That includes some popular sunscreen mists, hairsprays, and disinfectant travel bottles. You can bring the lotion version, sure, but if it sprays and it's not explicitly labeled non-flammable, It's probably going in the trash bin at security. And deodorant? Same deal. Stick deodorants are fine. Gels, mists, and hybrid roll-ons, not so much. There's this odd gray area where TSA agents use discretion, which in normal English means you're rolling dice on whether your morning routine survives the checkpoint. Some travelers joke that TSA stands for throw stuff away, and on days like that, it's not far off. Now there's one change that caught everyone off guard, and it's got frequent flyers both amused and annoyed. The personal devices policy. TSA recently began tightening scrutiny on Bluetooth trackers, like AirTags, tile trackers, or anything similar, not banned, but now flagged more often. Why? Because a few cases popped up where devices were being used for non-compliant tracking. Translation: people were hiding them in luggage or, worse, other passengers' bags. So now the system flags Bluetooth signals during screening. If an agent asks, "Do you have any active tracking devices?" Don't panic. They're not accusing you of espionage. They're just following the new checklist. Then there's food. Yes, food. TSA's new AI scanners are obsessed with textures, and peanut butter, jam, hummus, yogurt, or anything semi-solid now gets treated as a liquid. So when that agent tells you your hummus is over the limit, they're not joking. Peanut butter became the internet's favorite banned substance last year when TSA's official account tweeted, "Peanut butter is a liquid. You can't spread it." The comment section was chaos, but it stuck. And in 2025, they've doubled down. So yeah, you can bring a sandwich, just don't bring the jar. At this point, it feels like the rules are designed to keep you guessing. But beneath the absurdity, there's a method. 2025 marks the full rollout of TSA's Smart Gate initiative, a system that merges identity verification, baggage analytics, and AI-based safety protocols. It means your face, your bag, and your flight info all sync in real time. Great for security, terrible for spontaneity. The second something looks suspicious, you're flagged automatically. No human override, no quick explanation, just a flashing red screen and a lot of awkward eye contact. And speaking of awkward, let's talk about what happens when you actually get flagged. Travelers this year have reported longer secondary screenings, even for small items. One guy said TSA made him power on his electric shaver to prove it was what he claimed. Another had to dismantle a camera lens because the system misread it as a compressed gas cylinder. It's all part of this new verify before trust model. Basically, TSA doesn't take your word for anything anymore. Now, let's pause here, because it's easy to make TSA sound like villains, but the truth is, they're reacting to a bigger pattern. In the last few years, more incidents have involved portable electronics and counterfeit batteries than ever before. Cheap gadgets with bad wiring can short-circuit mid-flight, and at 35,000 feet, that's a nightmare scenario. So yeah, the paranoia makes sense, but it also means travelers have to evolve. You can't pack the way you used to. If you're flying this year, you've got to think like a minimalist engineer. Every battery must be labeled. Every charger must be visible. Pack electronics separately, don't bury them in clothes, and for the love of smooth travel, don't wrap cords tightly. They look like fuses on an X-ray. Keep your power banks in carry-on only. If you must bring spare batteries, tape the terminals or put them in a protective case. These tiny things save hours of headache. And here's something hardly anyone knows. TSA's AI actually learns from how you pack. Frequent travelers who keep consistent patterns, same layout, same bag, same item types, tend to pass through faster. The algorithm recognizes the signature of safe packing. Change it too often, and it resets your profile, which means more manual checks. So yeah, in 2025, even your packing habits matter. But the weirdest bans aren't always about safety. Sometimes they're about confusion. A woman in LAX had a small travel massager seized because the agent said it looked like a prohibited component. A father had his child's toy drone flagged for rotor blades exceeding 6 inches. Even a metal water bottle can set off alarms if it's vacuum sealed and opaque. TSA has become hypersensitive to anything they can't see through. So if you bring a thermos, open it before the belt. Trust me, you don't want to be explaining to a crowd why your coffee mug just got swabbed for explosives. And then, of course, there's perfume, the eternal heartbreaker of every overpacker. The rule hasn't changed, 100 milliliters max, but enforcement has. Scanners now detect liquid density, so decanted perfumes in unmarked bottles get flagged. If it doesn't have a label, it's suspicious. The irony? You can carry the same liquid volume as long as it's in its original container. So your fancy refillable atomizer? Yeah, TSA doesn't care that it's eco-friendly, it's still getting pulled. Now you might be wondering, what's next? What will TSA ban in 2026? Probably whatever we start loving in 2025. The pattern is simple. Technology advances, travelers adapt, TSA reacts. Smart glasses, AR headsets, foldable drones. The more connected our gadgets become, the more complicated flying will get. The future of travel might not just be about what fits in your bag, it'll be about what data your bag carries. But here's the thing most people miss. Beneath all the scanners, rules, and random confiscations, TSA isn't just about control, it's about psychology. They want predictability. Every rule, every ban, every checkpoint design, it's meant to create rhythm, to keep thousands of people moving in sync. The second something breaks that rhythm, alarms go off. That's why sometimes you'll get waved through with a laugh, and other times they'll tear your bag apart over a forgotten power cable. The system isn't perfect, it's reactive. So, what can you actually do to stay sane while flying in 2025? Simple. Don't assume anything. Read the updated guidelines before you pack. Take pictures of your electronics labels in case you need proof. Separate your gadgets, carry your batteries in clear pouches, and double-check your toiletries. And maybe, just maybe, leave that weird new travel gadget at home until you're sure it won't trigger a lecture about FAA-approved devices. At the end of the day, airports have always been a blend of order and chaos. You can't control the system, but you can outsmart it. Pack smarter, stay calm, and remember, TSA agents don't want your trip ruined. They just don't want to explain to a headline why your bag caught fire over Nebraska. So next time you're in line, watching shoes pile up in plastic bins and people argue about laptops, remember this moment. The rules are changing faster than the signs can keep up. What's allowed today might be banned next month. That's the dance of travel in 2025. Half patience, half preparation, and a whole lot of deep breathing. And maybe, after hearing all this, you'll check your bag one more time tonight. You'll take out that mystery power bank, swap that spray for a stick, maybe even ditch the Bluetooth tracker, because missing a flight over a $20 gadget? Not worth it. So yeah, before you travel anywhere this year, remember one thing, TSA isn't playing around anymore. 2025 is the year of smart scanners, stricter limits, and surprises you didn't see coming. But if you know what's banned, if you stay a step ahead, you'll breeze through security while everyone else scrambles to repack their lives on the floor. If this video saved you from getting your bag pulled or just made your next trip a little less stressful, go ahead and hit that like button. Drop a comment with the weirdest thing you've ever seen TSA confiscate. Because trust me, there are stories out there that make this entire list look tame. And hey, subscribe for more travel updates and hacks so you're never the one holding up the line. Because in 2025, it's not just about getting to your destination. It's about surviving the journey with your dignity and your gadgets still intact.